introduce yourselves?
This is Joseph Bacos, to the right, guitarist. My name is Matthew Leofow, one of the singers. This is Grant Rivera, our bass player. Casey Sullivan is our lead singer and lead guitarist. And then Shay Pino Dempsey on the drums.
Thank you, Matthew.
Seedless.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome,
That was a good
gentlemen.
job. That was
Thank
a really
you.
good job, I thought. Interview time.
Every time. So you guys have just been blowing up since we first probably saw you, I think, at the reggae retreat about a little over a year ago. And one of the first things I noticed was Shay's drumming. Is there a metal influence behind what you do? Because you were, just a frantic.
Absolutely.
It's
yeah,
almost
man,
like Dave Lombardo.
I definitely didn't go out playing the drums as a reggae drummer. You know, I started off with like classic rock and got into like a little bit harder stuff. And, I'm a big fan of like Tool and like heavy, deep bass lines and double foot pedal and breakdowns and stuff. And thank God he has the same interests as I do. So like it really makes it like a full sound when he can match everything I'm doing. We're on the same page. It's just like, you know, everyone gets bored with reggae all the time. You know, you gotta throw some little bit of spice in there. So that's what we think we do.
Automatic, bro.
Bro.
It's definitely the defined Cali roots sound, you know, that what Sublime kind of started with back in the early 90s, you guys have picked up and just expanded on. And, you know, you've been playing all over the place. You're at Cali Roots every year. You have a new album that's about to drop, right?
Yeah.
Coming out
in the
soon.
works. Album's in the works. We're taking our time with it, and we're excited to release it once it's ready.
Absolutely.
So growing up, did you all grow up in Orange?
Anaheim.
Anaheim?
He's the outcast. Loser.
Nice.
Yeah.
The rest
We picked him up at a bar in Anaheim.
Garden Grove, actually. but-
Neighbor's kid.
We all grew up in the Orange County area and just kind of landed somewhat near Orange. Max,
Tustin, right?
you know, I was Tustin, Joe's Villa Park. It's all real close to Orange, so that's our home base.
What got you guys started as far as music? When did you guys know individually that you wanted to play music or make it your life? What were some of the influences you had growing up as a kid? You know, what were you listening to? Stuff like that.
I'll let Joe start that.
It's a long, drawn-out question. You
Yeah.
asked all of us individually.
Joe
Start off, Joe.
B
Well,
starts.
because you have such a eclectic sound.
Yeah,
I mean,
for
you've
sure.
got
My
elements of
parents
reggae.
forced me to play piano. I hated them for it. Now I thank them.
My dad forced me to play the drums. I hated him for it. Now I think
I used to sit at his house after school for 2 hours every day. I'd play drums. Are we freaking done yet?
we gotta go.
My dad forced me to listen to the Beatles, Zeppelin, Floyd, like all the classics.
Sure.
I grew up on vinyl, playing pool
Yeah.
with my dad. Good times. Did a lot of my sound, a lot of my influences came from my dad and the music he showed me.
Yeah.
Sure.
I second that.
I forced people to listen to me.
In the shower.
Kind of sucks, people want to hear it. But, I remember shit. Maybe 5, 6, 7 years old, be watching, the TV, you see Soul Train coming on, and I remember seeing Luther Vandross. And I think, like,
Did not
watching
see
him,
that coming.
I had dreams of it, of like,
Yeah,
wanting to
I
be a superstar. And just, growing up listening to R&B and,
Motown.
Motown, man, I'm all about it. And then,
Washing dishes while listening.
and then, me growing up around that, and then the whole island thing, we've always listened to reggae. It's been part of our, our culture. I don't know, island music. We ended up adopting the whole reggae scene because it's a nice vibe. But that was my thing: hip hop, reggae, R&B, and that's where I came from. And then I met up with all these guys who love to rock out. Yeah, bro. But the collage, I don't know. And then, from meeting up, the whole collage of just everybody putting their 2 cents in, their influence on. I got to say, at times, there's been times where we'd have to bite our tongues or just try to, we may not like or really feel what somebody else is trying to bring, but you have to end up taking the time to appreciate their insight on it, their vision on it, of what the music could be. And, that's where our music ended up coming from. For Seedless to end up, being who we are today, we're really taking the time to mesh all the music together, all of our influences, and let everybody put their own little piece on it and try to make it work. And I think we've done a good job at, coming as far as we have and to where we're at now, to where we're really happy with it. And we can't wait for this next album to get done. So.
And Joe's a big fan of Weezer.
Love Weezy. They ain't up. My favorite song.
It's a bit of a culture bouillabaisse. You guys just kind of put all your collective ideas in the pot stew it up and then just kind of pull it out.
Melting pot. And
Yeah.
Comes out cool, then we'll let it go.
Well, Twisted Roots, I mean, that pretty much told the world what you guys were about. You've got all these different roots, but in these foundations in different music.
I think it did, but it didn't. In a way, I do. I like the way that we ended up coming off with the whole reggae thing, but in the essence of Seedless and who we are, actually, I think that may have been a little bit more geared to the reggae scene than we are actually who we are as a band.
You didn't want to get yourself pigeonholed too much into one genre specifically.
Yeah, I mean, we just, that's where I think we're because we still have the. Don't get me wrong. I mean, we have that reggae vibe, that reggae essence of us, and we are still like in this whole, California reggae scene, and we appreciate it. We love it. We love the bands that we play with. We love the music that we're playing, and we love the fans that we play for. But we're not just a reggae band. We got so many different influences that I think we're actually showing on this next album that we're going to be bringing, which is not, it's not as I would say reggae oriented or reggae directed like Twisted Roots was.
We're fans of all types of music, and it's really just not having one style. We just want to be original with it, So
Yeah.
it doesn't matter what style of music, we'll play it if we like it.
I noticed a lot of lovelorn in lyrics, whether it's Twisted Love or even The Story, which I know hasn't really been officially released yet.
It's a newbie.
Yeah, there's that redemptive pain, that you hear in the lyrics.
Me and Matt, we got our hearts broken a couple times, and we're letting it flow out.
Yeah,
You know what?
We're moving on.
I don't know why it is, I mean, maybe it's just something that captivates people. I don't know. I really don't know why we've written some songs that are like a little bit dark on the whole love side, because really, I mean, we love to enjoy life.
All the time. That's it.
We're not heartbroken or torn or, I mean, everybody
We
goes
just like
through their
writing
own drama,
songs,
but
just tunes.
Yeah.
They come out,
Right.
yeah, sometimes the music we just play off of it, and I don't know why the words would come out towards,
That's like a lyrical snapshot of where you were when you wrote that song, I suppose, in a way.
Yeah, a lot of songs are. A lot of songs are satirical. There's a lot of songs that it's not about anything in our lives. We just like to write,
They're for other
poems
people
and
who've
stories
gone through them,
come up with stories in our head and make it a song,
Yeah, some of it's geared, that we've never even, it wasn't necessarily something that we lived through, but, you see people go through it, and you see people end up living their lives, and they tell you their stories, and you kind of draw off that, and, we kind of end up, putting some out there for them, It's just what the music is calling for, and draws out of us, I don't know.
So of all the gigs you guys have played throughout the years, is there one in particular that stands out? That's
Patterson, California. That was the best show, and
Tonight.
Yeah, I would say tonight for me.
Rad.
The Wiltern, that's
Yeah, the
Oh, my
Wiltern.
goodness.
We haven't played yet, but we're excited to do it. Cali Roots every year is always amazing.
Always
Yeah, Cali Roots is probably one of the best ones that we've had the opportunity to play continually for the last
We actually
4 years.
we did House of Blues Anaheim with Iration last New Year's Eve, and that was a pretty cool show for me too.
Yeah.
So that was like 2 years ago.
2 years ago. Yeah.
Yeah, lots of
10 years
amazing
ago.
shows, lots of good times,
I love it.
they just keep on getting better and better, and, tonight's one of them, over here at the Wiltern Theater, sold out show,
sold out.
Iration, us, Fortunate Youth Through the Roots,
You got K-Rock and Live Nation behind it. I mean, that's,
Yeah.
that's getting your name out there big
Micah
time.
Brown, I mean, it's awesome to see where everything's going, I mean,
And that's what I was talking about, I've been saying this so much. If you look back into, like, major, like, musical periods, you go back to the psychedelic era, the 60s, and then 70s, you had the birth of metal, and then disco, and then the 80s, you had new wave, and probably the last significant one was the 90s and grunge. And now there's the Cali Roots movement going on. And you've got bands all the way from San Diego, like Stranger, all the way up to Santa Cruz, like the Expendables, and everywhere in between. And you guys are just, you all know each other, you're all family, and, you almost
true.
wonder, in 20 years, are people going to look back and see that this was, like, such a huge thing?
I hope so.
Because it's blowing up.
We all would love to hope so.
Even bands
We
like
feel like
Catch
part
a
of the
Fire
family.
flying over, I mean, they get this love from California that I don't think probably a lot of other states are giving them.
Cali shows are always the best. I mean, Texas, Florida. I mean, places are popping up that are a lot alike and a lot similar to California as well.
yeah, it's kind of,
It's crazy. Colorado.
This is like the Seattle of the 90s right now.
Yeah,
the
straight
Southern
up.
California, it's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know why it is. Like, for
So-
whatever reason, I thought originally it was something like, to where, when the whole they tried to tell about the depression, not depression, but you know, the whole economy going to shit or whatnot.
Yeah.
You know, bad times and people getting kicked out of their houses and whatnot. You know, I figured that was probably something that ended up coming off of that. People trying to catch a good vibe, but it's been growing. Whatever it is, it's awesome to see where it's going.
Yeah.
So it is blowing up.
Yeah.
You guys are definitely
Only
at the
time will
forefront of
tell.
that. Yeah. So what's coming up next this year for you cats? For you guys? I know you got an album getting ready to drop at some point.
Well, what we did is we just released. We just partnered up with a radio promotion company. We're pretty stoked that 5 of our songs that we chose are going out to radio. So we have a radio EP that just went out, in lining up for our next album that should be released, you know, sometime next year.
Expendables tour.
Yeah, we have an Expendables tour that's going to be happening in January through March.
Oh, nice little
The
winter
winter
tour.
blackout. So that's going to be
That'll
awesome.
be really.
So yeah, a lot of positive, good things are happening, and we're excited to be a part of this whole scene.
Right on. So for people that haven't heard you or want to follow you and figure out, you know, what's going on with Seedless, where's the best place to find you guys online?
Everywhere: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, seedlessmusic.com, MySpace. If you want to go there, you can do it.
That's still up.
If you're taking
I
that
know,
route,
right?
if you're going there, G-Boy, where else can you find us?
Local watering holes.
iTunes,
Man, iTunes, YouTube.
independent record stores. Don't forget Fingerprints Amoeba. You
Don't
can
read
always
that.
order the
Yeah,
albums.
somebody's telling us. Just say it. Just whisper it.
K-Rock.
krock.com. Got a few articles on there.
Boom.
good call.
Yeah, whoever
Just
that
plug-
guy is, I don't even know you. You're
Solid,
a
solid mustache
guy.
though, buddy.
Good stash.
Love it.
Murray's?
It's kind of Zen route.
Solid.
I like it.
Alright.
All right. Well, this is Seedless.
Right on.
Check
Thank
them
you
out.
guys. Thank you very much.
Thank you for having us out.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Anytime, guys.
All right. About to rock the world. Turn these.
Madcap.